You never know when the guidance you provide will lift someone toward a life of greatness. Experience firsthand how the kindness of mentors has shaped the lives of the youth in our communities.
One thing Bill always taught me is something he liked to call the 3 C's. The 3 C's: don't criticize, condemn, or complain. And you know, like, that I can say that's probably been the biggest thing that Bill has taught me, because you know, usually when you have a problem with something in life, you either criticizing it, complaining about it, or condemning it. And it's like, I've learned to try not to do one of those 3 things, and I've realized I don't have as many problems.
The impact he really did was really just calming me down and talking to me like a normal person, which I never really get anymore.
I started out not doing so good in school, and he's helped me with a lot of my work, and I've really gotten my grades up since 6th grade.
Nancy is one of my best friends.
Your mentor is probably the one adult in your life that will not judge you, but will be your friend.
Before we met, I used to make some pretty bad decisions, but I've changed over the time, and I've very grown. I had a lot of growth over the years.
At Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Suncoast, we are changing lives of the youth we serve for the better.
After Daquan and I met and got started, Ms. Woods again said she had a couple of more boys that could really benefit from a mentor. And I contacted a couple of my golfing buddies and one of my neighbors, and I asked them to visit with me at Booker Elementary School. And as a result of that, 2 of Daquan's friends now have mentoring relationships. They both belong to Big Brothers and Big Sisters of Sarasota.
I was raised with 7 siblings, and I was a middle child, so I was kind of like always left out, you know, and you kind of get that feeling, you know, like I don't want a child to feel that way. So I think if there's somebody else there to mentor the kid, you know, that they're also getting that one-on-one attention.
Since Elizabeth been my big sister, I have been going to the fair like I didn't used to go, and then I never went to the park that much. But now I do when I have Elizabeth, and I never went to the movies that much until Elizabeth became my big sister, and I'm real happy about it.
And I just really recommend this program to anybody else that, you know, because you really can make a difference in a kid's life, you know, and they can learn from you and you can learn from them.
And we really have a good time together. I think we've really bonded, and he's one of my, we call each other our best friends, right?
Yeah. Nancy and I have went to G-Wiz.
We've been to the Jungle Gardens. I think if I didn't have Jonathan as my little brother, that I would be missing out on something in life, that is to try to help other people. And I feel that I have accomplished that with Jonathan, not only because he's done better, whether he did better or not, he's become my friend, and we enjoy being with each other, and he's a companion for me, and I think am I a companion for you?
Yeah.
He calls me on the telephone, and he has someone to talk to.
At Mosaic, we would encourage any company, large or small, to consider partnering with Big Brothers Big Sisters, because the mentoring opportunities that are there for our employees or any employee are not to be found anywhere else. It's a great partnership. We have found a program with Big Brothers Big Sisters as the sponsor here in Hardy County at our high school, called Decisions to Win. That program is a wonderful match for our focus area. It has allowed our employees to give of their time and talent, which is matched very well to the contribution that we were able to make to bring that program to our local high school.
You know, it's fun to be a mentor, and I would recommend it to anybody. It's you get to see, as Anthony said, his grades improved, and you know, it's his success, but you know, I feel good about it. So we get together about once a week regularly, and then occasionally off campus at things like playing golf or going to Busch Gardens or a few other things like that.
Yeah, and he's taught me a lot with his knowledge.
Joe made a difference in my life. Well, for the first half of the school year, I was always getting into fights, always getting in trouble, and always getting suspended. Then, as soon as I met Joe, we started talking, and he really turned my life around.
And he's brought me joy in just helping him do that, trying to bring out perhaps some of the skills or some of the experience I've had over the many years. And if I can impart some of that to him, then I think that's a good thing to do.
I worked for Smith Barney at the time, and Big Brothers Big Sisters came and made a presentation, and about 6 or 7 of us signed up for the program, and I was matched with Stephen. Again, we're going on our 4th year, and we try and get together as often as possible and have lunch at the high school at least once a month.
When we just sit and chill and just talk about like what's going on, like how our day has been going, and just hang out.
And what it does for me is, being as old as I am, it keeps you with a young perspective, young thinking, and I really enjoy and look forward to our lunches just to hear a different perspective on things than what I hear in the business world day in, day out.
Was it a teacher, or perhaps a coach, a neighbor who was your role model and contributed to the person you are today?
Since Josh had no grandparents, grandfathers I should say, I felt that an older gentleman would be the best match for my son. Since Ray has pretty much adopted my son as his grandson. He attends a lot of my son's football games, baseball games. He is my advocate for him at school. Having Ray as my son's big brother has helped mold my son into a mature young man.
Join me and Big Brothers and Big Sisters and consider being a community partner. Michael Saunders and Company has been a community partner for 10 years, and it is some of the best time my agents, my managers, and our staff has spent. It's 1 hour a week to make a huge difference in someone's life. So please do join me and join Big Brothers and Big Sisters.
100 years from now, it will not matter what my bank account was, the sort of house I lived in, or the kind of car I drove. But the world may be different because I was important in the life of a child.